Pepper says, are you ready to declutter another section of this hoarded basement? I know I am. It is that time of the week again. It is time to declutter another section of this hoarded basement. And for today, we're going to be focusing in this area right here. Now, some of this stuff has been brought home from storage so that we can go through it. And there are other items that are just miscellaneous that we got to put away, throw out. And there's also labeled bins from past declutters. They are my keep bins. And I think what's best so that we can get right to the play area is to move the labeled bins and reorganize this section of the basement. So when I get started to decluttering an area, to avoid getting so overwhelmed by the amount of stuff there is, I will start with the easiest thing to let go of, and that is these lights from the storage bin. Now, this one, unfortunately, I can't even give it away. It broke, so that one has to go out to the trash right away. But this light over here, this is perfectly fine. So these two are our first things that we are letting go of. Now, moving to the top of the bin, I see a tub of Play-Doh, and I can guarantee you that that is probably very, very old. Actually, this container is empty, but this one does have Play-Doh in it, and oh yes, we definitely have some tossy-tossies right here. But next to that, I can see the boys' nursery lamp, and this one is very sentimental to me. Okay, so the nursery lamp that I had for both of my boys when they were little babies. Internally and emotionally, this is registering at a 9/10. So I'm not going to let this go yet. And logically, I know, give it away, give it to somebody else. But internally and emotionally, I'm not ready to let it go because I'm still mourning and dealing with the emotions of all of my miscarriages and the fact that I don't have a third child, something that I wanted so incredibly badly. My entire life, I have coped with this kind of emotions with this. This self-soothes me to let me know that it's okay, and it almost feels like I still have the baby with me, and that's just what I need now because it's my baseline. I will always have hoarding disorder. There's no cure for it. I'm not gonna never not have it. But what we're doing is modifying the behaviors to it, meaning that I don't need as much stuff to self-soothe, but I am going to have to still hold on to some more key items for now. So as long as it's organized in a bin and labeled, as we continue to work through these emotions, then maybe in the future we can revisit it and finally be able to let it go freely. Moving on to the next tub that was in storage, it is, let's see, looks like random bags and paper from 2015 according to the coupon. Now, I did this all the time. I didn't know what to do with all the stuff. It was too much paper. It felt overwhelming, so I just threw it all into a tub to deal with it another day. And in this case, the another day is 8 years later. But that's why we're tackling it now, because this is decades of me just avoiding it. And look, oh my gosh, there is lollipop candy stuck to the bag. It's just an immediate tossy. Now, moving over here, there's some random stuff that just got dropped on top of this bin like this. This goes to the boys' toy area. This, I thought I let this go before and maybe it got put to the side, so we'll let it go now. All of the paper here is definitely going to be recycled as well. This is my little Christmas cape to the Santa Claus outfit, so that just gets put back into my costume bin. These random plastic hangers, we can definitely let them go. Now, this is My Little Pony sleeping bag from when I was a little girl. This is extremely sentimental. Same with the blankets. So I need to put them in the proper storage bin to protect them. This is also from my childhood. This is the nativity set that I had as a little girl in my parents' house. So that needs to be stored properly too. Now this blue bin is already labeled as hubby's, so I got to put that in his section. And this random piece of paper, yeah, easy, tossy, no problem. And now we're getting into the area where bins have been labeled because they were the keep bins from previous decluttering videos. Now, I just want to double make sure that the labeled bins are actually correct. So here's where some precious moments are. So that's good. This bin is labeled correctly. And this bin right here is marked sewing and fabric. So that would go into the crafting area. Now, I am going to be doing the KonMari method on the craft supplies in spring. I'm finally going to do it. I feel confident. I've been doing enough organizational videos where I feel strong enough that I can tackle it. And then this tub is, more childhood items from the 80s and 90s. And this is what I call rough organizing. As I've been decluttering the past couple of years, I've been trying to make categories and funnel everything into their proper labeled bins. Then I can do the KonMari method to reorganize the bins and maybe even declutter more stuff from it. Now, this looks like an empty bin that we decluttered the stuff from last week. And this is a yard sale bin. Now, in April, I definitely want to have another yard sale. I know they're a lot of work, but honestly, it's very therapeutic to me because I feel like it's closure when I see parents very happily buying stuff and then being able to use it as a blessing to them too. Now, this is a pretty big box, and what's inside of it is, more hangers. Hangers is something that I had never let go of in my life until more recently, so we can let that go. Now this bin right over here, this is my plastic bag bin because last year Jersey had banned stores from giving out single-use plastic bags, but I used them for kitty litter cleanup and trash bags for all the small trash cans that we have. So I allowed myself to keep this bin only, whatever could fit into here. Now, this bin has a different lid to it, and what's inside of it is some extra kitchenware that I was not ready to let go of. So again, we'll put that in an organized area. But because we've been decluttering, I did find its matching lid to it. Now, I'm going to show you the tossy pile now because I need to get into this space to reorganize the bins. And we have a very nice size tossy pile. Everything is going to get recycled as best as it can. And of course, a lot of papers and a lot of hangers are getting out of here. And I want to make sure that I'm throwing it out right away so my ADHD doesn't forget about it. Now that this space is opened up so that I can walk into it, I kind of want to do a little rearranging in this area because it's getting a little messy. Like I have actual labeled sentimental bins that I'm keeping for now, but I also have a couple of yard sale bins mixed in with it alongside some empty tubs. So I just want to rearrange this a little better. Now I actually want to confirm that these tubs are empty because they don't have any labels on them, and they are because these were the bins from when we did the Christmas KonMari. So I'm going to take all of the empty totes and just put them to the side for now. Next, I'm going to separate the yard sale bins from the sentimental bins that are against the wall. I want to be able to easily grab them in April and not by accident bring a tub that I didn't want to bring up. I also want to create a yard sale area because there's also been many times that we forgot to bring up some yard sale boxes when it was the day of the event. So I want to make sure that everything is being brought up. And our little Pepper Girl is sure having a lot of fun on the tubs as Mommy rearranges all the sentimental keep bins against this wall. And then over here towards the front, I will have all the yard sale bins clearly labeled for the day of the yard sale. And now Miss Pepper presents the newly cleared out back area of the basement. This looks really good. This back corner is clearly labeled. I know what is in this back corner. Right here, all the yard sale bins are together, and we will be adding more as we continue to declutter. But what's really awesome is when you turn around, this is completely open. You can completely see into the play area. And this looks amazing. I can't get over how opened this back area looks. Now, of course, we're going to have the boys get into their play area next and declutter some more toys. And I definitely have some new organizational ideas that I would like to put down here. And overall, I just love how this came out. And my hope and my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to declutter and clean something in your home today too.